Life in prison, that is the sentence given to a man convicted of raping a 78-year-old Grand Prairie woman.
Daniel Neal waived his right to a jury trial, meaning the judge found him guilty and sentenced him to life in prison on each of 3 counts. Fox 4's Matt Grubbs has more.
Daniel Neal hadn't even stood yet in the 4 seconds after prosecutors wrapped their case against him before Judge Carter Thompson announced his verdict.
Find you guilty in each of the cases now before the court.
Judge Thompson did not buy Neal's defense that he was barely competent to stand trial.
Have you ever been told that you have mental retardation?
Yes, I know I do.
The 24-year-old Chicago native told the court he'd had several sexual encounters with women across the country, and that what happened at the home of his 78-year-old victim was consensual.
If I wanted some sex, I could have bought some sex. I won't rape nobody. I won't hurt nobody. I've been raised by girls all my life. I never hurt a female.
Neal's repeated claims that he wasn't in his right mind after smoking pot for lunch went unheeded by the court.
I wasn't trying to hurt nobody, especially nobody's mama.
Moments after being found guilty, Neal faced his victim once more as sentencing began. This time she spoke of the pain.
You don't think you're going to possibly make it?
Left by third-degree burns.
The pain is absolutely to a point where you keep trying to take a deep breath to stop it, but it doesn't stop.
Her recovery, she says, is more than just physical.
I was so strong. Everybody said, oh, you're so strong. You can do this, you can do that. But sometimes you're not strong. You put on a good show. But it's not for me to judge.
Matt Grubbs, Fox 4 News.
A 79-year-old rape and burn victim faces her accuser in court and boldly speaks out. Our Sean Gables joins us outside of the Crowley Criminal Courthouse. Sean, this is the first time the victim has ever spoken publicly.
You know, I don't think any of us were truly prepared for this fireball witness. She's small, she's frail, she's 78 years old, but she had a lot of wit, and she showed absolutely no fear as she stared her 6'3" assailant in the eye and testified against him. Daniel Deshaun Neal looked curiously around the courtroom until his accuser took the stand. He then bowed his head as she began to recall the afternoon of March 30th, 2009.
Well, he was just hurting me badly. In fact, I think I hit him with my hand in the head.
The 79-year-old admits she was too trusting, allowing Neal, who was clean-shaven and well-dressed at the time, into her Grand Prairie home. He asked to use the bathroom. Regretfully, she let him in.
He just jumped up, and he just came at me, and he started choking me with his left hand. I mean, truly choking.
Neal, she says, forcibly raped her on the living room floor, and then it got worse.
I felt this kind of a boom.
Neal doused her with a bottle of rubbing alcohol and set her on fire.
The thought crossed my mind that could be where I died. And for somebody to burn a human being, it's just absolutely bizarre. My shoulder and my neck, and then it went up into my hair, and it just was boom, boom.
And while on fire, Neal walked out the door.
Did this person try to help you put out the fire?
Oh, heavens, no.
The state of Texas believes it has a really strong case. DNA evidence presented today shows there's 1 out of a trillion chance that Neal committed this rape. Trial resumes tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. In Dallas, Sean Gables, Channel 8 News.